All right, let's talk about a hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico. It goes by the name of Delta, and not often we see the eye of a hurricane on our Brownsville radar, but we're looking at it right now. Take a look at that. You can see the eye spinning out in the Gulf of Mexico. That, an uncommon sight, and one we don't usually like to see, but at least knowing that it's not going westward but northward instead, it's not going to get a whole lot closer than that. But boy, you don't see the eye of the hurricane on our radar very often. This is what that same image looks like on satellite. Well-defined eye for a time today, and then it kind of faded away for a while, got covered with some high cirrus clouds, and now the eye is right back there once again as a system north-northwest, we'll call it right now. That eye position is about 250 miles or so to the east of the valley as it continues that move toward the north, 228 miles as we speak. But again, that's probably about as close as the center will get. But that cloud shield, that massive shield of clouds, takes up much of the western Gulf of Mexico, and the clouds that are in the valley right now are part of this system. And there have been a few sprinkles as well. Here's your model. This is the IBM graph model that's really been doing a good job on hurricanes this last few months. It shows exactly what it thinks is going to happen, and pretty much all of the models are in agreement on this. I didn't plot the models, but the lines are all right together right now, and this suggests that by the time we get to tomorrow morning and into tomorrow afternoon, you're looking at a pretty significant hurricane getting close to the Louisiana coast. Think for a moment about Cameron, Louisiana, and Lake Charles, Louisiana, and the places that dealt with Laura. Cameron's right down here, Lake Charles is up there, and they end up in the eye wall by tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. And even though the center is a little farther to the east, Lake Charles is still in that west eye wall, and there's so much debris around. They're cleaning up from Laura, and all this stuff's just piled on piles and streets and alleys and neighborhoods, and all that stuff's going to become projectiles, so it's going to be a mess. So think about the folks in Lake Charles tomorrow night as this system probably goes a little to their east, but they still go through the eye wall. Now for us, pretty quiet really. We've got, of course, the situation at the coast we'll talk more about in a second, but it's just mostly sunny skies tomorrow, again Saturday and again Sunday, and with that we really heat up as we head into the weekend. But the coast is where our issues are. As we talked at the beginning of the newscast, a coastal flood warning is in effect for tonight and tomorrow. With that, there's a potential for water to run all the way up to the seawall, into the dunes, even across Gulf Boulevard in some places. And Highway 100 closed up on the north end because of water there. High tide's officially at 1:15 a.m., so that's when it'll be at its worst probably, but it's going to take some time to settle. Of course, severe beach erosion, again, driving on the beach is impossible right now. Of course, there's a high surf warning, and a risk of rip currents remains very high as well. Now, for the rest of the valley, as that storm goes by, our rain chances stay at 0, and your temperatures just stay well above average. 99 for Saturday and for Sunday. So for tonight, 74 for a low with maybe a spotty shower, but for the most part it's dry. And then tomorrow, some clouds early, but as that storm moves away, the clouds thin out. We get back to sunshine, and with that, we warm up. And look at the weekend, 99, both Saturday and Sunday. The beach, things will settle at the beach by Saturday and Sunday. The waves will settle down, and the weather there about 10 degrees cooler than everywhere else. If you're looking for a cool spot, but just know those beaches are going to be eroded a lot the next 24 hours. That's your updated First Warn 5 AccuWeather forecast.